Hi guys, I'm Spiral Power and this is part 12 of Sepia Tears. Okay, let's continue. In that quiet corner of a crowded mall, next to an old discolored window overlooking a slushy parking lot, I saw the future. What am I supposed to do? It all happened so fast, what came over me? Climbing into his window was an impulse decision to begin with, and it all snowballed from there. I kept telling myself to stop, but I couldn't. I want to see how he reacts. I want to embrace him. I want to see if he can tell when I'm kidding and when I'm not. What's wrong with me? And everything that happened on the hill. No, I don't even want to think about it. This is wrong. It was always wrong. I just couldn't see it. This is what I get for playing with something that should never be played with. I stand up and rub my eyes. It's a cloudy day out. No doubt he's walking a lonely walk back home, thinking about that night as frantically as I am. He must be right, there's no way he didn't feel anything I mean. Oh god, I can't start thinking like this. What have I done? This was never supposed to be a storybook romance, and it can never be one either. Slowly, deliberately, I pull out a sheet of paper and start writing. Mark, what did you say? Closed. And by closed, you mean closed. Lucas repeats the same word over and over through my phone. I guess there's not much to say other than that it was closed. The maid cafe is closed. You mean closed for today or just closed? It sounds like he's sobbing, but it's hilarious in my head. Welcome home, master. I am back. This is your lucky day. Tonight is our weekly Neko Mimi night. I love you. And on top of that, it's also our monthly school swimming suit over knee socks event. The perfect two-course meal. I love you even more. In fact, for going through all the trouble of tracking us down despite not being listed on any online map to avoid potential legal issues, we will even offer an extra special Doki Doki excitement hour for your eyes only. I'm getting an extra special Doki Doki excitement hour. This is the greatest day of my life. That's right, and we even have food. Is what I would like to say, but we are close. What? We are not completely gone. You can still smell the fragrance of omelette rice dressed by a mate's loving hand. If you come right after garbage day. Lucas, you still there? I'm trying to figure out what you were snickering about a minute ago, but yes, I'm still there. Here. I guess he noticed. Well, look on the bright side. When you get old enough, you can open up your own maid cafe and fill this city with hope. I know your words are shallow, but thank you. He took it seriously. So was that it? The store was just closed? Pretty much. The windows were boarded up, the posters gone. There was something there, I'm sure of it. How can you be so sure? You had the address? That too, but I can smell them. You could smell them. The maids, I mean. There used to be maids in that building. I'm sure of it. Your maid senses were tingling. You think I'm exaggerating? God knows you're not. Our laughter fades away and awkward silence replaces it. Mark? Actually, there was another reason I called you. What was it? It's not particularly important. Not particularly important. What does that mean? It means that to some extent it's important. Yeah, in many ways, it's something that is in fact unimportant. You're just trying to piss me off. I was actually trying to distract you. We've been friends since the beginning of high school. I can tell when you are hiding something. I hesitate to play the old friend card, but now is good time as any. In that case, would you rather hear the truth? Only if you're willing to tell me. I see. So the cards are in my hands. He paused for a moment, and so does the sound of his footsteps. Is this serious enough for him to stop walking? In that case, I will explain. I reconstruct every conversation I had with Lucas over the past few years, searching for cues that I might not want to find. I can't tell you everything. I can only explain in bits and pieces, fragments for you to piece together on your own. Hopefully by the time you finish it won't be too late. Fair enough. He takes a deep breath. Do you remember that time in 9th grade where you and Lillian and I worked together on that science project? Yes, it's worth a painful couple of months. We barely scraped up 70 at the end of it. Oh. Yes, I suppose it was painful, but it wasn't entirely bad, was it? At that time, we went on a trip up north for geography to study the natural wonders of the countryside. You remember, right? That too. We spent most of the time filling out a question sheet, but it wasn't all bad. I think I might know where you're going with this. You do? Do you? You also might be wrong. Regardless. To sum it up, I suppose you could say that I've been feeling reminiscent lately. My bedroom is still, but a wistful wind leaks through the closed window. I've noticed it's an odd change for someone like you. It is, isn't it? I've been conscious of it myself. I shouldn't be feeling this way. It's not my job, not my thing. But I suppose every human at some point has to think about what they are searching for. Talk about melodramatic. I'm not kidding. Yeah, I know you're not. Do you remember the first time we met, Mark? Let's see, it was right in the beginning of freshman year. We had a mock debate for our first English class, and lazy, unmotivated me was pitted against melodramatic and over-enthusiastic you. I actually hated his guts during the debate, but that things change. Funny how things happen. And you remember when we first met Lillian? We were just talking about it, yeah. That's right, the science project. We were told to form a group of 3, and it was a few months into years, so a lot of our classmates had already made friends. Lucas and I knew we would be working together, but the remainder of the class has settled into their own groups. All except that one quiet girl in the corner. Yet that's it. And surely you still remember when you introduced me to Rin. I think I'd rather not remember. That wasn't an introduction, that was eavesdropping and skipping class. Can you blame me? She seemed like she would make a good disciple. I had to find out for sure. The whole escapade basically amounted to him following her around for the first day of class and waiting to hear the right references. Anyway, it's those memories that I'm talking about. They're small, but they're precious. I don't want to lose them. Tick-tock goes the clock in my head. What makes you think you'll lose them? Just promise me. What? Promise me that we won't lose the memory. No matter what happens. No matter how cheesy this sounds. Okay. Alright, I promise. By the way, Rin gave me an idea today. You don't say karaoke. Like with 70s super robot intros. I don't know, just karaoke. New Year's Eve, all 4 of us, plus a special guest or 2. You in? Sounds like a plan. With that unambiguous confirmation, I bury my face in the pillow. Poof! Lying on the bed as I gaze blankly at the invisible ceiling, I think, through my conversation with Lucas and the time I spent with Rin. Something is about to happen, something inevitable. I don't think I can avoid it, and I don't think I should avoid it. My path was set in stone the minute I left this whole adventure start. And all the while that faded, sun-soaked reel of memories plays over and over in my head. With a worn-out sight, I turned to my side and closed my eyes. Alright, so yeah, I'll continue for a bit more. 6th day. It's morning. My alarm didn't go off, or at least I assume it didn't, because my dream wasn't cut short. Everyone knows the type, one of those dreams that's great while it lasts and hurts the minute you wake up. It's one of those dreams. The sky was perfectly, completely blue. Early autumn, the leaves turned orange. I walked home in my first year of high school. It was also the first day I met Lillian. Hey, do you like the sky? That's a strange question. I'm hardly kidding. There's no right or wrong answer. I just want to see what your answer you choose. Why is that? You can tell a lot about a person by how they answer an unanswerable question. Her voice is fresh in my mind. She was smart even back then, shy, but years ahead of me. My dad wanted to be a pilot when he was younger. That's what he told me anyway. I see. Is for an art project, the sky, I mean. I hate painting, I'm terrible at it, but the sky ought to be the easiest thing to paint, right? She started at the clouds, puzzled. I stared at her, puzzled. You and Lucas seems nice. You are good students, right? I can research, but I don't want to do the presentation. It wasn't the clouds, really. She stared at something invisible in the distance. I'm glad you came and talked to me. Maybe we can be friends. You're pretty when you smile, I thought. You're interesting. You too. I couldn't see what she was looking at. It began and ended in her own head. That's a tough barrier for a stranger to cross. You said you're from a small family, right? Yeah, only child, and my parents work a lot. Does it get lonely? Kinda. Do you ever invite friends over? Not really, too busy. Besides, there's a lot to do by myself. I wanted to ask her everything. I wanted to tell her everything. Who knows? Maybe I fell for her under that pale after the sky. And it wasn't until a year later that I realized. Look, a plane. They must feel good. The people piloting that, you can go anywhere up. There are no boundaries. If I could have deciphered that comment back then maybe, but no, she's always been far ahead of me. Let's be friends. Sure thing. The morning passed by in a blur. It's about time to get going. Do you have any plans for the evening? It's the last day of school after all. We'll be seeing each other again in a couple of weeks. It's not really cause to celebrate. There was a lie, of course. Either way, I might be at the arcade with Lucas, so don't expect to meet till late, okay? Alright, I will end that part now. Thanks for watching. If you like me, you can subscribe to my channel.